Shalom. I'd like to start off by saying, Call Haloyam La, Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua, Bahashem Rakakwadash, the one to the apostles and the elders of GMS, and Shalom to the elect. This is Ezekiel 35 and verse 8, and it reads, And I will fill his mountains with his slain men, in thy hills and in thy valleys, and in all thy rivers shall they fall that are slain with the sword. I will make thee perpetual desolations, and thy city shall not return, and ye shall know that I am the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. Right. And this is more prophecy of what's going to happen to Esau Edom and his kingdom, man, right now being Babylon, which is America, man. Let me jump right into it. Isaiah 13. Isaiah 13 and chapter 9, Isaiah chapter 13 verse 19. It says, "In Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees' excellency shall be as when Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. It shall never be inhabited, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation. Neither shall the Arabian pitch tent there, neither shall the shepherd make their fold there." All right, well, the first part, it says, Babylon, which we know which is America today, it says shall be overthrown. It shall as be as when it was overthrown by Sodom and Gomorrah. How was that overthrown? Genesis. Let me see, son. Right, 19 and all right, yep. This is Genesis 19 and 24. It says, "Then the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah rained upon Sodom and Gomorrah brimstone and fire from the Lord out of heaven, and he overthrew those cities and all the plain and all the inhabitants of the cities and that which grew upon the ground. But his wife looked back from behind him, and she became a pillar of salt." She turned into salt as well. She was destroyed too. But the point is that Sodom and Gomorrah was destroyed by what? By fire from the heavens, man. When you read, because now they say they got facts on that, right? Like they found facts or whatever the case may be. Through the faith, we know that's true though. But now Esau, he does a diligent search, so he said that he found something like that. I guess that is where Sodom and Gomorrah was at, and he basically saying that it was by meteors, right, that did that. Which, if that is the case, it still came from the heavens, and it was still from the Lord that made that happen, though. Either way. So let me go back to Isaiah 13, though. But that's how Sodom and Gomorrah was overthrown, basically by fire, and that's how Babylon is going to go down. But it's going to be a million times worse because it's going to be from 200 million ICBM missiles, and as well as the concentrated fire from the chariots, man. It's going to be damn well, it's intense, like hotter than the sun. That's how much fire and heat is going to be brought to this place, man, America, at one time, though. It's going to be overkill. It says, "It shall never be inhabited, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation." Yeah, because there is not going to be no more families going to be living on this place. No man is going to be living here. Like, America is not going to be a place livable. You're not going to be able to live here, and it's not going to happen. It says, "Neither shall the Arabian pitch tent there, neither shall the shepherd make their folds there," right? Because, these other nations, they, what is America was known as what? The gold, what is it? Like the golden city, or right, the land of opportunity, right? So these other nations would do what? They would come, and they would live here. They would get these loans. They would start up their businesses, whether it be your ox, that open up the bodegas on the corner, sell you chopped cheese and shit like that, Newports and all that shit, or whether it be your Moabite that's going to sell you that MSG Chinese food, or cat, or what I'm saying, or the cleaners. They open up cleaners, your Your what are these people called? Your Pakistanis, they got they markets and shit like that. Fruit markets and spices and all that shit. They ain't none of that's gonna be here. They ain't coming here to be doing that no more. That's over with. This place is gonna be for damn well lizards and owls and fowls of the earth and shit like that, like desert like creatures, man. Matter of fact, let me get that. I just said that. Malachi 1 and 3. It says, "And I hated Esau and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness." Yeah, man, and that's what's gonna come to this place, man. It's gonna be a complete waste, man. It's gonna be desolate, man. It says, let me jump Isaiah 13 and 21. It says, "But wild beasts of the desert shall lie there, and their houses shall be and their houses shall be full of doleful creatures, and owls shall dwell there, and satyrs shall dance there. And the wild beasts of the island shall cry in their desolate houses, and dragons in their pleasant palaces. And her time is near come, and her days shall not be prolonged." Meaning this prophecy is gonna happen, and that was more poetic, right? Because it ain't gonna be no houses, and it's not gonna be like none of that. It's gonna be completely desolate though. So it will be in a sense like if you just like you never seen like an abandoned crib, how you leave a house and then all of a sudden, if it's abandoned for years and then you come back and it be damn well raccoons and rats and all type of shit occupying the crib. It's their house now. That's gonna be the judgment for America, man. For Babylon. This is gonna be the land of what? Of those creatures, man. This ain't gonna be the land for men no more. Not for Esau. He's gonna be done away with. He's gonna be brought into captivity, serve his captivity, then he's gonna be done away with altogether, faded, blotted out. But yeah, so that's what's gonna come down to this place, man. Let me get back and what was I at? Oh, I'm burnt right now. Ezekiel 35 and 8. Yep. It says, "And his mountains, and I will fill his mountains with slain men, and in thy hills and in thy valleys and in all thy rivers shall thou fall that are slain with the sword." Right. So it's gonna be a shit ton of murders, man. Not murders, so like it's gonna be just killings, man. It's gonna be a lot of dead bodies, man. Let me see. That's Isaiah 66. And 16, it says, "For by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord shall be many." Right? So many people are going to die. The Lord is going to kill many people, man. A lot of people going to die, man. It's not going to be like, it ain't going to be like, oh, a couple niggas going to die. Nah, it's going to be massive, massive, massive. 2/3 of wicked Jake, wicked Israelites, which are you blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, as well as these other nations too. They people it's gonna be a shit ton of death, man. Let me get Second Esdras 9. I'll come to the point. It says Second Esdras 9 and 15. It says, "I have said before and now do speak, and will speak it also hereafter, that there be many more of them which perish than of them which shall be saved. Like as a wave is greater than a drop." So as a wave of water is greater than a drop of water, you could imagine the comparison. That's how much is going to be dead or perish versus those that are saved. It's going to be a small number that are going to be saved in comparison to the many that get slain, man. And that's because what? This place is wicked, man. And the Lord is not coming back for everyone. He's only coming back for his elect, which is the 144,000 men, as well as the 1/3 of the men, women, and children, man, the believers, the helps and things of that nature. Back in Ezekiel, right, and it says, what was that? I read it again. It says, and I will fill his mountains with his slain men in thy hills and in thy valleys, and in all thy rivers shall they fall that are slain with the sword. I will make thee perpetual desolations, and thy city shall not return, and ye shall know that I am the Lord. Right, and these cities are not going to return, man. It ain't going to be another one. This is going to be it. This is it. Once the Lord comes down with that judgment, it's over with. This place is done with. That Esau's kingdom is done with, and it's time for you know what I mean, Yahweh Shah to rule, and us, Lord's will, I'm amongst the number, being joint heirs with him. This is Zephaniah 3:8. It says, therefore wait ye upon me. And that's what we're doing, having patience. Saith the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, to the day that I rise up to the prey. For my determination is to gather the nations. Right? The Lord mustereth up the battle. You know, the proverb says what? It said the king's the king's mind is in the hand of the Lord. You know? The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord. You know, and he turned it whichsoever way he will. So the Lord is controlling this, man. He's the puppet master. He's the chess player. He's the one making these moves. It says, for my determination is to gather the nations that I may assemble the kingdoms. You know, so when they all going to go down to the valley of Jehoshaphat, Yahweh Shaphat, the valley of decision in Saudi Arabia. And it says that all of these kingdoms, it says to pour upon them my indignation, which is that righteous anger, even all my fierce anger, for all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy, right? Because the Lord is going to set it once and for all. Who's the top? Who's the most high? Who's the top, man? You know, he's going to get this shit in order. These wicked nations, they're going to get judged. These heathens, they're going to get judged for all of the shit that they did, as well as 2/3 of our people. Jeremiah 25. It says, a noise shall come. It's just like it. I'm bugging. Jeremiah 35:21. It's just like it. Jeremiah 25:31. A noise shall come even to the ends of the earth, for the Lord have a controversy with the nations. He will plead with all flesh. He will give them that are wicked to the sword. Right. So the wicked is going to go to the sword. And what is the Lord's sword, man? Those ICBMs, as well as those the fire from the chariots, man. Those are some of the weapons of the Lord, man. And the Lord is going to he's going to basically judge. He's going to judge all the flesh with that. He's going to judge all the wicked, man. They basically going to go into that, man. They're going to get burnt up, you know, because the Lord said, "What I have a controversy." You know, he got a problem. Let me see. Let me go into that. A strife, a dispute, right? A case at law, right? And the Lord has a major case against Esau, man. You know, that iniquity. That iniquity abound, man. All of the violence against his brother, against Jacob, man. Again, which is you blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. You know, from shit, just perpetual, man. He's been going, it's just perpetual hatred towards Jake, man. That's the controversy that the Lord got, man. And now Esau has the answer for that, because the scriptures say what? That the wicked shall not be acquitted. So the Lord is gonna do what he said he's gonna do. You know, as he's taking us out of our captivity, they're going to be going into theirs, man. You know, and then that's going to be their time, and it's going to be our time to rule in righteousness and really, set this thing on right. You know, taking orders from the Lord and just handling the business. This is Jeremiah 49:17. It says, also Edom shall be a desolation. Everyone that goeth by it shall be astonished, and shall hiss at all the plagues thereof. And I read in the NLT, it says, Edom will be an object of horror, and who pass by will be appalled and will gasp at the destruction they see there, right? And that's what's going to happen when they see, like, damn, this place is going to be basically a monument for the Lord's anger, man. This is going to be an example of the Lord's wrath. Like, yo, damn, the Lord did that place dirty. Like, it ain't going to be nothing left here, man. You know, the scriptures speak about it. You're not being able to tell one place from another, you know, just paraphrasing it, you know. Like, you're not going to know Cali from Florida, you know, and those are two different sides of the world. You're never gonna know. You ain't gonna tell. You ain't gonna know what's what, man. You're not gonna know where one start and where one stop, man. It's just gonna just be completely desolate in a desert, man. Let me get one more, and then I'll end it there. What do I want? Yep. It's Malachi 1 and 3. It says, and I hated Esau and laid his mountains and his. Did I get this? I don't remember, but if I didn't, I'll get it again. It says, and I hated Esau and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. And that's what this place is going to be, man. It's going to be a place for lizards, fucking scorpions, all that shit. Like, you watch those movies and you see the desert, all them desert-like creatures, and you see like the vultures and shit. That's what's going to be this place, man. That's going to be this place, man. And I'll read it again. I'll read down a little bit. Verse 4 says, whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Not going to happen. Well, we just read, this is not going to be built up again, man. This thing is going to be done with. But that's Esau in his mind. He think he going to rebuild some shit. His idea is that he's going to go hide into those bunkers. This shit, everything going to blow over. And then he's going to come out and then he's going to restart civilization the way he wanted it. 500 million people, and they're going to rule it however they think in their wicked minds. But ultimately, that's not going to happen. It says, but we will return and build a desolate place. Thus saith the Lord of hosts. Thou shalt build, but I will throw down. And they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord have indignation forever. Right? And that's Esau, that's Edom. The Lord got static with them forever. He hates them forever. It's not like the Lord gonna, they did it, but he's good with it and forgive them. No, it's gonna be forever. The Lord has indignation forever with these people, man, because they're wicked, man. But that's what they were designed to be, So with that, I'm gonna say, Kol Haloyim La, Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Rakakutash. Till next time, Shalom.